feel. Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, welcome to this game. Jake Moody going to get it started. Off we go here in Baltimore. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. At their own 26-yard line.
Strike it. Red 38.
Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
53.
A second down throw for Young. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Ready.
On the ground, this is James Cook. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
What you see there is really the key to a good free safety blitz. Time the snap so that the offense cannot determine that you're rushing. It's exactly what happened here. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
On second down, Young. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they ended up holding them to just a short gain.
Motion man is Rice. From the gun here on third down, it's Young. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
The Raider first down.
2nd and 10 on the clock. 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 2nd and 10 on the clock.
33, yellow. Cut.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment.
Okay, right.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Yellow, 43. Ready, ready.
Look at play action with Young. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And he's into the end zone. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 3. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Raven first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Another run here with Mitchell. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now this time they'll look to throw. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 4.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And they'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there.
Ready, set. Let's go now. Black 40. Hey, go steal. Set, cut.
They'll begin here on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On the ready. ready. Sticky, green. Cut, cut.
Young. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they will finally run him down. A huge play there on the screen pass. 31 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 black. Cut, cut.
They'll go with a counter on first down. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Here we go. Yellow, 43. Set.
From the gun, it's Young. That's caught left side by Bowers. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Ready.
On first and 10, here's Young. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Okay, ready? Set, ready. Blue, 32.
Motion man is Rice.
Ready?
Throwing on second down, Young. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he'll take this one in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Vegas. That touchdown, number 11 on the year.
So you look back a week ago, Mike, and that tough loss, and you can already see this is a much different group. There's a different focus, there's a different clarity, there's a different operation in and out of the huddle. They look sharp, motivated, and 2 drives later, they've got 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Check, Panther. Hawk 70. Ready.
On the give, it's Mitchell. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
On the ground, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. And they've got it with 3rd and 6 coming up. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man, right side. He's got it. And the defense can't come up and stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
2-yard line.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field. But they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And if he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Ravens. That's his third rushing touchdown of the year. And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. Look at him go. Inside the 40. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense.
Jake Moody to kick off.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Here we go. 52 blue.
Motion man is Rice.
Set.
His drive will start on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Here we go. Here we go. Black. 95.
Out of the shotgun. Young. Quick throw. Taken in. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
On the set.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now. Red. 38. Cut.
To throw. Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it looks like he's going to have enough. Indeed, the referee does signal. It is a first down.
It really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Motion man is Rice.
Ready.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 38-yard line.
Set. Cut. 60 red. 60 red. Ready.
Now again, on the ground, and he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Got it with Smith and Jigba. He's going to have that first down, gain of 6, as they convert on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the 1st down.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Slant, Smith and Jigba has it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Yellow, 22. Check.
Now Young. That's over the middle and intercepted. Pick off by the rookie out of Miami. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, has been the case this entire 1st half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Here we go, set. 72 rule.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Mitchell. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. He's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 21-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now. 70 Lion. Motion, motion, motion. Keep moving, boys, moving.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
That back to the air once more on second down. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it's going to be third down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. His kick is perfect. And the Ravens are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Blue, 32.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion.
Cut.
Young to throw on 1st down. That's caught by Bowers. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st down is Young. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 44-yard line.
Ready?
A 2nd down throw for Young.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
3rd and inches.
Set, hut. Yellow, 43. Set, hut.
From the gun, it's Young. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. The Raiders send their punt team out. That one hits at the 3, but goes in the wrong direction for the punter. It turns out to be a touchdown. Now, faking the give. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break.
Here we go, set. Mikey, 18. Go.
Back to throw. He'll go out. He's hit at After the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Raiders have come up with it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Back to the air one more time. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Ready, right. Ready. 33, yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Red, 38.
Out of the shotgun, Young. That's to the right side, and caught by Bowers. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the 1st down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. Have to pick it up on 3rd down.
On the ready. Come on, set. 5, 10, black.
Back to throw, Young. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. Here's the punter now. Will punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. And this will work out quite well. Still get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Handoff here, up the middle, and they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Raven 1st down.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield, but in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of the Raiders has got it.
You know, Mike, with the importance being placed on yards after the catch, we're seeing more and more guys really emphasize turning into a runner as soon as possible. And, of course, it's a critical part of today's modern offense. But the part you have to remember, the yards are never more important than protecting the ball, so it needs to continue to be stressed. Yes, we want the big explosive play after the catch, but never at the expense of the ball.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On 2nd down, Young. They'll look to set up the screen here. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready.
3rd down, 3 to go.
Ready. Black, 95.
Motion man is Rice.
Ready.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go. Black 40. Ready.
They'll go. Young. This is intercepted. And the Ravens will have great field position right around midfield.
Result of the play is a turnover.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
Here we go.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On the double.
2nd and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Go.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He'll get this out wide to Mitchell. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Baltimore.
It's a gain of
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Now they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let go.
They'll look to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll look to throw again. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal.
Ready up. Let's go. Lightning 18. Set go.
He'll look to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Booty down for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens will even the score here in the 3rd. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
On the ready. Set, ready. It's complete.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion.
Ready.
To the ground, a 1st down run. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From 31, here is 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 10 black. Set go.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the gun, it's Young. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. The Raiders have their punt team out there. They'll take this in back at the 16. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Play action now. Jackson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's a gain of 14 and a first down. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 7.
To throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Ready?
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And they'll take this up to the 30. I'll pick up the 5.
Ready?
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Set, cut. Red, 38. Cut, cut.
Now Young. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. play coming up. This is third down.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 reps. 60 reps. Cut.
Out of the shotgun. Young. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down. That's fielded at about the 18. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Now, faking the give, going up top and looking for Flowers. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down. Here's Mitchell. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting third down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Set, ready. 50, green.
A tight end in motion now.
Ready.
They'll try the right side this time. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Ready.
Throwing on second down, Young. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
33, yellow. Ready.
Here's Young to throw. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
On further field goal, a 56-yard attempt.
And this one running out of steam. Not enough leg to get there. No good. And the deficit will stay right where it is. A give, left side for Mitchell. Hey, that's about as exciting a one-yard run as you're going to see all game. Found a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but not much after that.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
from the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. This one complete right side. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Raven first down.
Go! 70 Lions. Go!
He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Check smash, check smash. Cowboy 80.
Now a give up the middle. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing 3rd down at the moment. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. Booty comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. This is fielded inside the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Okay, break. Set, cut. Continue. Ultra. Go ultra. Cut, cut.
Up the middle they go. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Here we go. Here we go. Flat. 95. Ready. Ready.
Look at play action with Young. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now or never, they'll throw him. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has two options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
Here's a toss, right side. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. As they try to run it here, and he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready, ready. Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Typically, I'm the first one to be screaming up here to keep your offense on the field. Be aggressive and go for it. But I think at this stage of the fourth quarter, possessions are at a premium. I think you take this field goal, make it a 2-possession game, and I think now it's really hard for your opponent to have enough time to come back.
This one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Rudy comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. And they're on the 35-yard line.
Ready, quick.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 10 flat. Set.
Here's Young. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On second down, Young. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Raider first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 33. Yellow. Set.
They'll drop to throw. That's caught left side by Bowers. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Cut, cut.
On first down is Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
A second down throw for Young. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Okay, right.
What about this crowd getting even louder before third and 10?
Ready?
From the gun, it's Young. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Ready, ready.
On fourth down, Young. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bells. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. They get the conversion with a gain of 22. Now, first and goal.
Black, 95. Hut, hut.
To throw, Young. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. Second and goal.
Steal. Check. Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Check, huh?
They'll keep it on the ground. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face third and goal.
Forced out wide.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? How fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force fourth down.
Here we go. The noise is deafening. It's fourth and goal.
Red, 38. Ready?
They'll go. Young. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win here for the Ravens. It was a game that hung in the balance much of the way, but they're able to come away with a 2-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.